Are you wondering if your Moldavite's working? Are you wondering, is this thing on? If you are questioning what it feels like for Moldavite to be working, or you're concerned if you've got real Moldavite, or, is it charging? These are all similar type questions. If that's something that you find yourself inside wondering, then this video is going to address just that. The first thing I want to say is that in a lot of my videos, I talk about the way that Moldavite feels to me. Now, obviously, I feel Moldavite very strongly and really have a deep connection with it. When I say obviously, I mean I put out at least 3 videos a week that are specifically on Moldavite, so you would probably hope that I really liked it. Otherwise, that's just total crazy talk right there. So I love it a lot, and I feel it a lot. And the way that I explain it is this kind of like euphoric electricity of knowing which direction to go, of feeling uncomfortable in a situation where you should feel uncomfortable so that you can break through a layer and become your higher self. These are all things that I feel with Moldavite intensely. But I wonder if my really deep explanations of it might throw some of you off. I've been wondering that lately. Am I saying that those things aren't true with Moldavite? Definitely not. That is the truth for me. But I feel that we all feel Moldavite a little bit differently, and perhaps not to the extent that I explain it as at first. So again, this video is going to touch on those kinds of things. So number one is that we all are probably going to feel Moldavite a little bit differently. I really do strongly feel that it has this overarching theme for everybody throughout every single piece, throughout every single different size, and the theme is transformation. Now, duh, I mean, it's called the Tektite of Transformation. You may be thinking, give me something real here, but it really is this transformative energy. And the reason that I'm calling it that is because perhaps for me, the reason I felt the differentiation for me, it's either feeling really uncomfortable or feeling totally blissed out. That's how Moldavite talks to me and communicates with my intuition. Maybe that's what I needed to transform. Maybe that's not what would make you transform. See what I'm saying? The overarching theme is transformation. The communication is to transform, but does it maybe have a different facet for each individual? Is your Moldavite maybe that of a high intelligence and vibration that knows exactly what you need to transform? Maybe what you need to transform isn't these feelings that I talk about. Maybe for you it's something else. Maybe for you what you need to transform is noticing synchronicities. A lot of people notice that with Moldavite. I think that that's a powerful way that it communicates with people. Again, for me, the biggest thing it's given me is a deep, deep intuition inside of myself. And this kind of stimulated, goofy feeling that gets me cracking up for no reason. I love it. But that's what Nathan needed to transform. I believe that perhaps Moldavite communicates in different ways. So if you are new to Moldavite, if it's something that's new to you and you're comparing it to a lot of the things that I've said in my videos, which I totally understand. When I first got into Moldavite, I was watching other people's videos, and unfortunately I couldn't find too many, but the ones that I did, they had a lot of depth to them in ways that I can relate to. But I also felt very differently, and it drove me to want to make more videos and help this community to grow. So it is different for everybody. The theme of transformation is the same. I'm telling you, that part's the same. So me, I did compare it. And that's what made me want to make videos, is because I felt like I have a different kind of perspective on it. But as I get deeper into this and I work with Moldavite more and I bring in more pieces, I start to notice that perhaps my theme, the way that that theme manifests itself, is different from others. And especially now that we have the group Discord where we all talk to each other about Moldavite, which, by the way, if you have not joined that, definitely join. It's awesome. And this has helped me to get a lot of ideas for even new videos, to discuss with other people who are maybe even further along on their journey with Moldavite. I mean, there's a lot of different takes going on in this chat, guys. So if you like Moldavite and you're watching lots of videos, or you want to see what other people have to say or ask questions to people other than me, hit up that Discord channel, and it's at the top of my banner on YouTube here. So back to what I was saying. Don't compare your experience to that of somebody else's and decide that something isn't working with you. It might just be working in mysterious ways. You know what I mean? You got to give it some time. You got to be with somebody long enough to really get to know them in a relationship, right? You have to learn each other's love languages. Be with your Moldavite. There's no difference. Learn each other's communication. Learn each other's love language. Be one with each other. I really feel like that's a lot of what happens with Moldavite is you over time gradually become one with your piece. Now, I've said this a lot in other videos too, but if you haven't seen them, or if this is just kind of going to help anyways, if you think of Moldavite as being such a high vibration, and then maybe you're a lower vibration, it's so high it can't get pulled down by you, so you are forced to gradually raise. That's why I talk about one of the number one things that I think most people notice is feeling uncomfortable at first and maybe kind of agitated and like things are falling apart, because as you're raising, things are coming up so quickly to enable you to raise up. So you've got to be ready for that. You got to look at it in the face. But that doesn't also necessarily mean that as soon as you get your Moldavite, you're going to feel like you're in a living hell or feel this incredible energy of transformation and psychedelia all around you. You probably might not notice anything at first. And then again, you may notice all those things that I just mentioned. Like I said, everyone's transformation is going to take place and stem from a different kind of communication. What if your transformation takes place from buying something that you think will help you transform, only to have it not taught to you, to make you realize that the transformation is something you have to do on your own? Maybe that's your transformation. Moldavite is so intelligent, it will know. It connects with you instantly before you even get it. Think about that. Before you even get your piece, it is of such a high vibration, it doesn't vibrate in this space-time continuum where we perceive the way time goes. I believe my Moldavite was already with me before I even had it. Maybe even years and years ago, because it's able to phase in and out of time in that way. It's existing in our time where we're holding it, but I really do feel like Moldavite already knew that it was going to be with me. And the closer I got to having it, the closer I got to this epic transformation. It's like it all comes together at once. So again, maybe don't compare your experience or your lack of feeling something to what other people's videos are saying or to what the internet is saying. There's a lot of hype about anything. People like to talk. It makes things exciting. It's probably more exciting to watch my videos, seeing me here cracking up, talking about this electric energy. Is it a lie? No, that's what it is for me. But you gotta trust and listen to yourself. That's the nature of Moldavite. Trust that the way that things are happening are the way that they're supposed to, in and outside of a Moldavite experience. That's something that, ironically, Moldavite has also taught me. So, now that we got that out of the way, the second thing is that even still, you might not feel something at first. I personally did not. If you've seen my other videos, you've heard me touch on the story, but I did not buy Moldavite because I wanted to transform. I did not buy Moldavite because I believed and wanted the power of crystals for myself. That is not the truth of my experience. I bought a Moldavite necklace because I thought it looked cool and would match an outfit that I was wearing to a hippie show. That is literally why I bought it. And so I wasn't expecting anything. I always wore cool necklaces and trippy stuff, and I never noticed anything. And then after having this Moldavite, anytime I would wear it, I would feel distressed in situations. If I would wear it to work, I would have a really horrible day. Again, I do have other videos on this, but that's just the example for me. I started to notice that for me, that things that weren't necessarily what the real inner Nathan wanted, if I wasn't doing what the real inner Nathan wanted, and that's what Moldavite does to me, is it makes me have to pursue myself. If I don't do those things, or if I'm doing something to distract myself from it, I feel horrible. I feel truly horrible and agitated and uncomfortable and anxious and pissy. But as soon as I line myself up in the direction that the real Nathan wants, Moldavite goes, okay, here's your reward. And I feel complete like ecstasy. And I start cracking up on camera, right? So that's how it works for me. But that's not how it worked at first. Part of me thinks that that's not how it worked at first because I was just basking in the uncomfortableness. I didn't realize what I was being driven towards yet. But also, part of me looking back feels a strong connection to you're just kind of acclimating with it. You are, again, becoming one. I do believe that this can take time. So if you think that your Moldavite's not working, but you're 100% sure that you bought real Moldavite, maybe what I've just said here can be of some use. Maybe a different perspective. I know I'm not giving you a definitive answer of whether your Moldavite works or not. But again, it's your own experience, and this is mine. For me, I just really don't see a way that if it's real Moldavite, it wouldn't be working. So, trust. Maybe I'm crazy. It's okay with me. But Moldavite is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I can't believe who I am now compared to who I was just 2 months ago. I don't know what the heck happened. But damn, it's been awesome. I tell you what. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that this reaches out and helps you. Because Moldavite is something truly special. So don't lose sight of that specialness just because somebody else's sounds a little bit more externally special. Things speak in mysterious ways, and so does Moldavite. I believe that it's transforming you in whatever way that you need to feel it for yourself. You're not going to feel it the way that I need to transform. You're going to feel it the way that you need to transform. Because we all have different barriers. We all have an ego that's based on different layers that we've acclimated over time. So just give it some time, trust, and let go of expectations. Go with the flow of it. Be with your Moldavite. Charge it, cleanse it frequently. Treat it like, the number one way that I feel mine is treating it like it's alive. Almost like a pet or a baby. I know that that sounds weird again, but I really get a very intense response from my Moldavite when I interact with it that way. I give it respect. And I care for it. I take care of it. I very much take care of it. It's my prized possession, 100%. If everything was on fire around me, you better bet I'd sprint towards my Moldavite. So, again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.